What if I told you college didn't prepare me for the real world at all, but I'm also glad I went? Just to get this out of the way, I am not anti-college. I went to BYU, I was a Division I athlete, I played basketball there, I learned a ton. Some of the best relationships I have to this day came from college, but college did not teach me at all how to make money, how to keep money, how to invest money, how to build businesses, or honestly anything that I do for a career today. And I think that's for a couple reasons. I didn't go with the right mindset. I was not intentional when I was there, but I think if people are looking at college, if you're in college, if you're thinking about college, I'm going to show you the pros, I'm going to show you the cons, and I'm showing you what I would do, because I think there's a ton of information out here that's just not said on social media and needs to be said. First, let's talk about why I value college before we talk about everything that's wrong with it, because I think there's a lot of good stuff you can learn, and you should be looking for these three things if you're gonna go. The first thing's kind of comical in all honesty, but it taught me how to find answers with the least amount of effort in the most optimal way. In college, I was a Division I athlete. About 8 to 10 hours a day, we're doing something in the basketball world, whether it was practice or weightlifting or games or travel, something there. It was a full-time job, but I was simultaneously carrying a full load of classes. How can I not go to lecture, not read my textbook, and still get what everyone else was doing and be able to pass the tests? It forced me to use technology. It forced me to use the internet. It forced me to learn quicker and more efficiently than I think a lot of my counterparts did. Now, fast forward into my career, I use that every single day. I think one of my greatest skill sets is my ability to iterate, A/B test, jump off a cliff, and build a parachute on the way down quicker than most people. I'm okay failing because I know that I can find an answer really, really quickly, and college forced me to do that. Number two, and probably the biggest one in all honesty, was network and proximity. I went to BYU. It's a school out of Utah. There are a ton of alumni there that have gone on to become hyper successful. There are multi-millionaires and billionaires that I got to hang out around every single day because of, once again, sports. I got extremely lucky, but everyone can get access to network. My classmates are graduated and they're at private equity firms and venture capital firms. They're on Wall Street. They are very successful. I was talking to one of them the other day. He's managing over $4 billion under the age of 30 years old at a private bank right now and is extremely successful. There are people like this that you'll meet in college, and it creates a dense network of like-minded people at the same age that are going to go out and be successful. Now, this is going to depend greatly on what you study, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. If you go into specific degrees, the network there is probably not going to be the best. You have to be intentional about it, but your network and proximity inside of college is hard to replicate. And the third one, it gave me time to discover. You can do this a lot of other places, but what happens if people don't go to college? And we'll do a whole video on that because I actually encourage a lot of people not to go to college. Because a lot of people will jump into their first job and they'll never actually go discover what their natural skill set is. They'll be forced into a 9-to-5, they're going to get extremely comfortable, and they're never going to challenge themselves. And so college provides you 2, 3, 4, sometimes 8 years to go discover what your true skill set is so you can lean into it once you hit the career. Now, I'm not saying you can only do this in college, but it is a very good place to do it because it exposes you to a lot of information with a lot of different people so you can start to figure that out. You'll notice that I didn't talk about one thing that I learned in college in my favorite parts I went to college, and this is really important. So many people go there to learn, which is good, but it's a lot of the intangibles that you actually get from it that you're going to take with you and carry with you through life. And that's why I still encourage some people to go to college. Now, we got that out of the way, okay? This is why I go to college. Now let's jump into what college didn't teach me. It's not going to teach you how to build a business, how to manage your money, how to multiply your money, how to invest your money. Honestly, most importantly, how to fail, iterate, get back up and try again, and how to really network and build a business with the people around you. I graduated inside of finance inside of college. And so when I tell people that, they're like, oh, you use your degree every single day. I'm like, yes, I do from like a conceptual point of view. Like I look at the economy and I look at charts, and we did study some of that in college. But the vast majority of what I actually studied in college was corporate finance, how to read profit and losses, how to analyze stock betas and figure out the optimal pricing strategy and OBHR and a bunch of abstract things inside of corporate America that I honestly have not used thus far. But the vast majority of what I teach you guys, the vast majority of what I teach online and I run my companies with was not taught inside of college. My dad always said there's 2 ways to learn, counsel or consequence. One of my issues with how college currently operates is honestly, you don't really get either in a weird kind of way. And let me talk this through. Consequence doesn't happen because you're living inside of a vacuum where even if you do case studies and they try to teach you with real world examples, you never really actually get to the consequences of running the business or the finance or the decisions you make. They can tell you, oh, you failed, there's an F, and you get a consequence and a bad grade, but you don't actually learn in real world principles saying, oh, I'm going to pull this lever in the business and watch B, C, D, E, F, G happen because of that lever I pulled. And the other weird one is people will say, oh yeah, but you get a ton of counsel from your teachers. Honestly, and I love college professors, okay? I'm not coming at college professors right now. A lot of college professors are academic professors, meaning they study theory. Most college professors have not actually gone out into the real world and implemented what they do. Now, there are a couple of them that have, and I had them as professors. They're phenomenal. I'm not talking down at all to professors, but a lot of them, it's academic research. And so what happens is the counsel from one goes to the next, and then the counsel from that one goes to the next, and counsel from that one goes to the next. What happens is when you're 3, 4, 5 teachers deep, that counsel is from a textbook that was probably written 20, 30, 40 years ago before the internet was even introduced into business. And so you don't really get true counsel from someone that's implemented in the real world, and you don't get true consequence because the decisions you make, while yes, might give you a bad grade, but they have no impact on real world. And so the two most effective ways to learn, counsel and consequence, are completely taken out of college. This sounds super negative towards college, but I do encourage some people to go to college, okay? That's what I said at the very beginning of this video. If you're gonna go to college, that's fine. Go grab the counsel from your teachers and then go talk to real business professionals, people that are running businesses, and ask them their thoughts on those principles. Study what you're actually gonna implement, get access to a people that can actually give you counsel or a consequence from their real life, and apply the theories that you're learning inside of college. So now what did prepare me for college? If I was going to college, here are the myths or mindsets I would break and exactly what prepared me and how I think you should think about it. Going back to my first year in business, okay, I had just graduated college inside of finance. I had like 42 bucks to my name. I moved my wife and kid into my parents' upstairs while I started a business. I was an idiot. I know, looking back, I was stupid, but hey, it worked out. So I still remember sitting down. I had started a mortgage company. I was a loan officer and I was trying to sell mortgages. I picked up the phone and called my first real estate agent and honestly said, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of loan officers. Please lose my number. I remember getting that, hanging up the phone and be like, oh shoot, what did I just do? And I was honestly terrified to make calls for a long time. This is because college never taught me about rejection. Rejection is part of life. It's part of business and you're gonna have to get used to it. The more no's that you can get through, statistically, the quicker you're gonna get to a yes. And I know that's a weird mentality, but college will never prepare you for that. You're in this ecosystem, in this vacuum of extremely hyper and eager people. Everyone's gonna say yes, 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 yes. And even growing up in life, your parents have always said yes. Your friends have always said yes. And it's not until you get into the real world and the business world that you're gonna start seeing rejection. And that rejection can paralyze people. It forces them into their shell if they can't figure out a way through it. You need to understand how to take rejection, how to use it, and how to sell through it. Now, that sounds like it's sales advice, but honestly, it's life advice for every single one of you. And that leads me to my second one. You need to understand how to fail. College does not teach you how to fail. It teaches you and honestly reinforces the need for perfection. The whole grading system inside of college, I could go on a rant about because it forces you that I'm going to put more and more time into a single project. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to get that A, to get that A+. And so what you're going to do is you're going to iterate and you're going to iterate and you're going to iterate and you're going to sit in this little microcosm of your own brain trying to get a project as far as you possibly can and as close as you possibly can to 100% before you turn it in. That mindset will lead to failure in the real world. The most successful people are the ones that have failed the most. You do not need to get to perfection because perfection is the enemy of progress in almost every single thing. It is more important that you progress and you take a step forward than it is that you reach perfection. You need to have the ability to submit something at 70%, get feedback from said teacher, and then iterate and get it to 100%. Going to college is going to mentally reinforce the exact opposite of that. So if you go to college, be smart and understand that failure is a good thing so long as you learn from it. I am okay with every person on my team failing royally. I've had some bad ones. They've walked into my office and said, Braden, I apologize. I may have just lost you $10,000, but here's what happened. Here's what I learned from it. And here's why it's never going to happen again. I'm like, awesome, good work. They learned what they needed to do. And now they're going to go work 10 times harder and 10 times more efficient to go make that money back plus some because they actually did it and weren't paralyzed by action. And the last thing inside this, what did prepare me? Mentors are extremely willing to give and you need them in your life. I was really scared when I was starting out my business. I was just on a little island, okay? I was trying to go. Me and my business partner were trying to sling loans. We were trying to grow. We were trying to figure it out. And we just kept going and going and going and iterating because I was so scared to reach out to the person in my town or my state or my community who's been successful and say, hey, what'd you do here? It took me honestly probably 4 or 5 years to get to the point where I realized that all the people that are negative and trying to pull me down are below me. Every single person that's up above me that I would consider a mentor has their hand outstretched waiting to pull you up if you just ask for help. Mentors are extremely willing to give if you approach the relationship the right way. What value can you bring them? How can you be a good student? And how can you build a relationship with them that's mutually beneficial? You don't want to be a leech and constantly asking. Show them. When they give you information, you will iterate, implement, and become better as a result of it, and then give them praise for it and figure out how you can be reciprocal and give it back to them. them. Mentors want to give, and they will teach you so much more than anything you can teach yourself. Don't be afraid to seek mentors, but inside of college, we don't really get that. We don't have mentors. We have a professor, but the professors are not true mentors because they have so many students. They have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students. And so all you have inside of college is peers. And so you learn really good how to collaborate with teams and how to be a good peer and all this kind of stuff, but you don't know how to seek the advice and attention of mentors and give that reciprocal value back, when that will teach you much more than the teammates and collaboration in most instances. So if you're going to go to college, be hyper intentional about what you're studying and what you're doing. Figure out how to become efficient in your learning, figure out how to take no and rejection, figure out how to find mentors and success, and then take all the positives from college, and it can set you up for a very successful life. You don't need to go to college to be successful. Of the last 50 people hired inside this company, I don't think I have looked at education on a single one of them. So if you're not going to go to college, let this be a reassurance that you don't need to and you can be successful. Let me know your thoughts down below. Tag someone that you think needs to hear this right now in their life. And as always, hit that subscribe button if you want more videos like this.